This is a grainy, sped up, cut up, loud and proud combat highlight tape released to social media by a Ukrainian military brigade. In the picture are Russian T-72B3M tanks, a refurbished and revamped Cold War staple that Russia has come to rely on during their invasion of Ukraine. All three are doomed, about to be put out of commission by the author of this video, the 79th Air Assault Brigade, a highly trained but highly outgunned subset of the Ukrainian defense effort. The unit deals with all three tanks through conventional means, weapons and approaches that have more or less been around since World War II. The first is stopped in its tracks by a mine, an anti-tank mine, while this one, unclear as to why it stopped, is hit by an anti-tank missile or some similar sort of air ordnance. Finally, what struck the second is what strikes and stops the third. Up to this point, if the video were just a bit grainier or black and white, the battle scene could have been from 2024, or 1974, or 1944. But the clip isn't over. These three tanks, at least by their own power, are not going to move again, which, for the 79th, means they've landed 3 mobility kills, as they're called in military parlance. But the work's not done. Should they be hauled back behind Russian lines, perhaps they could be fixed, or at least used for parts. So the 79th needs to finish the tanks off. But now they turn to something novel. Something that's shaped Russia's invasion and Ukraine's defense, something that's quickly becoming a staple in 21st century warfare: drones. Rather than sending troops in to finish off tanks and chase down their operators, which risk the safety of a soldier, or fire artillery or missiles at the sitting targets, which the Ukrainian military has desperately few of, the 79th now mobilizes a fleet of small, inexpensive, unmanned aerial vehicles. Here, a fixed-wing drone strapped with an explosive plows into the tank's weak spot to render it useless. Here, another does the same. Here, a drone pilot, rather than tracking on foot, follows the path of hiding Russian soldiers with what's in all likelihood a quadcopter equipped with a grenade. Here, the same. And when zooming out to consider what made this possible, spotting the quickly moving enemies approaching first, then filming it all to cut the prideful 1 minute 27-second piece later, it's again a drone, this of the more expensive military-grade variety. And these 90 seconds serve as a microcosm. Drones are no small part of what's kept Ukraine in the fight for this long, and they're a big part of why the 79th still exists at all. Consider the context of this clip. It's shot somewhere around here on the front lines in the hotly contested Donbass region near Donetsk. For years now, the 79th Air Assault Brigade has been battling over this region, in particular over this village, Marinka. Once home to 9,000, Marinka